Video starting. Yeah, another edition of What the Fuck Happenings YouTube Atheist Community and Stickin' Fun. Ugh, man, I'm tired. Anyway, yeah, it was a good night last night, Stickin'. I'll do that first. And, you know, yeah, it went pretty well. I mean, there wasn't too many trolls, and the lag was not great, but it wasn't bad, and I don't know, it just really went smoothly, but it was, you know, I don't know. You know, I'm just getting burned out, I think. So, and the conversation's getting so hard to have with some people. I mean, people either get it or they don't. I mean, there's just no, there's nothing in between. It's not even in between. There's no, yeah, you're either capable of getting it or you're not. I mean, you're either capable of questioning the origins, of our existence and the intelligence of it, or the wisdom of it, or you know, recognizing that it is an imperfect creation, and you know, there's substantial legitimacy. Well, sorry, in you know, questioning the efficacy of it. Efficacy. Lots of words to use, I suppose. I mean, you know, whether it's producing enough in general, and whether it's producing it at a price that's acceptable, even if it were producing, the fact that it does so at a guaranteed trespass, in a sense. I mean, you can't do the life game without guaranteeing that you're going to be doing some imposing on people, that there's going to be people aren't going to live lives they value, and they're not going to thank you for the gift, and that's just a fact. It's going to be an imposition, and so there's two questions: is the imposition worth it? Let alone, is the overall gift gifty enough? When you add up all the other prices that go with it. So anyway, I don't want to get into that whole philosophical crap, but what else is there? I mean, this is like the most important question, and you know, it's one that's difficult to have a conversation about. What the hell is that bird doing over there? I think it's a bird. I don't know. Bear. Anyway, yeah, so what else is there to mention? I mean, I did hear Coughlin defended my video that Blip TV disposed of on Blog TV, and so that was really nice. I didn't see that or hear anything about it or any of that shit. And yeah, I'll post again a link to the couple of videos I have on the website. And you know, the latest videos are pretty good response videos to the whatever he is, the kid who thinks the Amazing Atheist has got some sort of book of truth, and I don't know what that other guy is, an insane blubbering tub of crap. He did another video, actually, so I could respond to that, but I don't know if it's even worth the trouble. He's just looking for attention, it would seem, and he's just one of those human beings with a preposterously inflated perception of himself. So I guess in a way he should be torn down as often as possible. Jedi Master Boo Boo, she actually did a video on whatever Boo Boo Rules or some kind of channel, I don't know what it was. It was pretty good summation of the circumstance and such. Yeah. So anyway, you know, where we go from here is, you know, apropos of Snow, he was in the Stickam last night. We did talk for a little bit. It was, I think, a good conversation just about how we might be able to migrate these conversations into something more productive, you know, sort of like the pyro thing, the debate room thing, even me and conference report, the exchanging of videos in some sort of more methodical manner, some sort of progressive manner, where the conversation evolves, and maybe even forcing the issue in a sense. I mean, it's almost like sometimes you have to be obligated to continue the conversation to really get to the conversation, because people sort of bail out when they start getting uncomfortable, and well, I don't know if I really have a counter argument, so I think I'll just slide on that one. And I think a lot of that kind of crap happens. So sometimes I think there has to be an obligation where people go into the fight or the debate knowing that they're not going to be allowed to just bail whenever they feel like it, that they're going to have to show up and respond to people's argument, the argument, and they're going to have to take their beating sometimes. They're going to have to actually make their concession video. But yeah, I mean, whether it's debate or conversation, put a little more art into it. I mean, the idea of a dinner with Andre, that old movie came up, and that was sort of on my mind just because that's sort of the joke I did on the last video with Fred, my fag with Fred. It's just this idea of we've had this sort of intimate conversation in a kind of a public way, and not that it's intimate, but I mean philosophically intimate. Intimate in the sense that it's just us talking back and forth. And yeah. So anyway, there's value in all that crap, so that stuff is good. And we'll see. Yeah, I'm just low energy today, so this is not going to be a good video. I'm kind of feeling a bit tired of it all. I'm sick of everything and blah 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 blah. But that happens a lot. You just get over it, and tomorrow's another day and all that bullshit. Yeah, unfortunately. So, not much else. Katrina just did a video on, encouraging the poor little gay people not to get upset when the bullies pick on them in school and such, which is fine. But they really should be able to get, it's the day of the internet, it's a different world, really. So, I really don't see it as the same kind of thing, it's a different world. You don't need your friends in school anymore. You don't need a lot of that whole social interaction. You can find people that you can respect and who will respect you somewhere on this earth, through these mechanisms, whether it's Facebook or whatever. I mean, people can connect with each other and support each other. So I really don't think there's much excuse for somebody being lonely anyway. That really shouldn't be possible. Lonely in the sense that you don't have anyone to talk to or anyone to relate to. You've got to be able to find somebody as wacky as you on the internet. The person's out there, trust me. So I would just, it was a good video. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that I just don't have the same empathy I might have had 20 years ago for these whiners, about being bullied at school. So it's getting a little whiny. It was a lot worse, when you were segregated and when you were beat up and when you were isolated, in a world where there was no other world. That was a lot harder. I'm not saying just because it was harder, we walked 5 miles to, get a bottle of fruit juice in our day, you fucking pansies can't do anything. And I'm not making that kind of argument. I'm just saying I empathize, but there are a lot of people who are making this hysterical everything out there. People are hysterical about everything, and they overreact to everything, and one person commits suicide and it's all of a sudden it's a social issue, and there's a lot of drama bullshit. The drama is controlling the thought agenda, and it has nothing to do with the real merits and the real things we should be worried about and the real crises and the real civil rights issue or the real, and instead it's just about where the celebrities are pointing people's eyes or some other kind of crap and that sort of bullshit. And I think the cat agrees with that. He just was making an agreeable face. Yes. So anyway, I think that'll be enough. Sorry, it's kind of a Pail video. Pail. Maybe I should black and white it. Yes, it's just kind of Anyway, so till the next time and such and so forth and whatnot. Yeah, I don't like this time of year. It's kind of creepy. Yeah. Leaves are gonna start turning into shit, and everything's gonna turn into shit, and I don't know. I don't care for it. So anyway, that'll be it. The end. Flower. Finish up by a little music. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's a Godfather. It's not how it started, but that's where it headed. So anyway, oh look, a little morning glory has grown up in the middle of the other flower, so it almost looks like it's part of them. Oh, that's kind of neat. Yeah, it looks like a mutant. All right, now I'm going. I'm moving forward towards the going position. Yeah. Man, everything. Alright, anyway, that doesn't matter. Plants growing in my gutter. Oh man, everything is so fucked up here. Look at all the mud wasps up there. Holy shit. Alright, anyway, that's it. Till next time and such.